How's it going, everybody? John Boy here once again to give you an after build review, my thoughts and takes on the Team Associated T4.2 Factory Team Edition. So, I picked this truck up last night, or actually received it last night, and I decided I'm not going to go to bed until it's complete. And here we are the next morning, and it is all complete. Right now, I do not have any of my internals, which I'll be putting inside this vehicle. I'm currently waiting on a few of those to show up, so I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the build, what I thought, some of the things that came in the kit. So let's get started. First of all, as you can see here in front, it does come with all required tools, basically. I did use quite a few of those, but I did use quite a few of my own stuff, like my dynamite wrenches over there. Just makes it a lot more easy to build compared to using those little Allen wrenches, those little key wrenches, whatever you want to call them. Some of these things do come in handy, though they're made of plastic, so I don't know about using those and trying to tighten something too much without stripping out the plastic. So it did come with quite a bit of parts here. Different options. It did come with a 35 weight shock oil to put into the shocks, and per the instruction manual, that is how they wanted you to build them. I'm going to go ahead and give it a try right from there with a 35 weight front and rear and the big bores. Did come with a diff lube and the black grease, and in several different spots it does ask you to use those, building your diffs and building your CVAs, stuff like that. So it does come with a camber gauge here, so when I do get my tires, I will be mounting those up and I'll be using that gauge just to see where we're set at. Like I mentioned in my other video, I do have a set of goosebumps and a set of barcodes coming in, so I'm going to try both those out at the track and see how they do. About the vehicle, I cut out the body last night. I really like the looks of the Proline Bulldog body. I got a pretty cool paint scheme in mind for this body. Pretty much going to kind of base it, the nose as in colors, pretty much the same as my short course truck, stuff like that. So shouldn't take as long to paint because it is a smaller body compared to a short course body. So I do like this Bulldog body. It is pretty thick for being a body that comes in a kit, but it is a Proline body too. So I'm just going to set that right here out of the way. Up there in front, it does come with all your Proline stickers and your window mask and stuff like that for painting. So that's pretty cool. First of all, I'd like to show you here, this is the Team Associated, the actual instruction book, the building book. It does go into pretty good detail for building things. So I did like that, and it was super easy to build. This is my first Team Associated vehicle that I've built, and I would give it an A+. One thing I did think was kind of funny, buddy was over here when I was throwing it together. Here when you're building the diff, or the ball diff and throwing the transmission together in the back, on this first, I thought it was kind of crazy. On the first, when you slap the transmission together, it's showing that you need to add thread lock to these screws going into the diff case or transmission case. But why would they show that you're needing that thread lock right now? But it's later on, almost 2 steps later, that you're going to be installing this aluminum motor mount on here. That's when you actually need the thread lock to put that on, because it's threading into metal. But I slid those screws there. I'm like, well, what the hell? Why isn't this threading in? And to find out 2 steps later, you have to add the motor mount in. That's when that thread lock comes into play. So I don't know why 2 steps ahead of time they ask you to put that thread lock on at that time. They could have saved it for a few other steps down. But that was just something minor. I didn't really matter, but I just thought I'd throw that out there. As in the kit, how everything went together, it went together super smooth. I do like how these shocks feel. I built them right to how they show in the manual, and they're feeling really nice and smooth. Like I said, I don't have any of my internals in here yet. Only upgrade I did right now, because a buddy down at the track was telling me that, hey, you might want to upgrade that. I did put the RPM fluorescent yellow ball ends on it, and I think they look pretty darn neat. So hopefully I won't be breaking any ball ends when I'm down at the track. I do like all of the anodized blue parts on this Factory Team Edition truck. It's got pretty nice look to it when it's all complete, put together, along with a carbon fiber battery tray. So did the T4.1 came with that too. But the noticeable thing is that gull wing suspension in the front there on the T4.2. They say it's going to be a little bit better handling characteristics, so I'm anxious to see how that's going to be down at the track. Overall, I think they went together fairly nice. It's got a pretty cool, clear diff cover there, so you'll be able to see everything going on inside there. A few things. When you're throwing this kit together, it comes with anti-squat shims, which are these shims right here, these little tiny guys. You're given the option of a 2 degree or a 1 degree. I installed the 2 degree, but that's what they showed in the instruction manual. I basically went by the book in building this kit because I've never owned an Associated before, so I just thought I'd go with what they had. So it comes with 2 of them, 1 degree, 2 degree. I threw in a 2 degree. Maybe it's something a little bit later on I'll be tweaking with, see how that goes. So the rear arm mounts right here, these little blocks right here, they mount right back there underneath this underneath the shock tower back there. So you're given an option of 2.5, 3, 3.5, and 4 degree. These spacers right here. So I installed the 3. As I said before, that's what it showed in the instruction manual, so I just threw the 3 in there. Something I'll tinker with at a later date. So I don't know what the difference is going to be between those blocks. Maybe a little bit different handling characteristics, but we'll just go from there. So that's what they gave you the options to run. It did come with an 84 tooth spur gear and a 75. Now, to talk a little bit about my setup, I threw in the 84 and opted to not go with the 75 because I will be running a Reedy Mach 2 8.5 turn motor in this brushless sensored motor with an LRP Flow Works Team Edition ESC. That's the setup I'm going to run, and as it says in the instruction manual there's a couple of, it gives you your different your spur gears and your different pinion gear setups. So I stopped at Hobbytown USA last night, and I picked up a 20 and an 18 tooth pinion, just so I'd just get a couple teeth difference there. But as it says in the instruction manual for this truck, it says that if you're running the Reedy Mach 2 8.5 with an 84 tooth spur, to run a 20 tooth pinion. So I will be starting out by throwing in the 20 tooth pinion. So we're going to see how that goes. Talking about a few other things that came here in the kit. When you're throwing the shocks together, these shock end caps down here at the bottoms, these are the tallest shock end caps I picked. It does come with a set of like mediums, which are these right here, and then it comes with your lows. So again, all comes with all these cool tuning capabilities. I just thought I'd throw the tall ones in there for now and just see how we do. These are your pistons that go inside of the shocks. If I recall correctly, I'm using, let's see, what am I using? I'm using a 1.6 in the front and a 1.7 in the rear. These are just what comes and is included in the kit. They're a flat piston. I've watched some videos, and I guess some of the pros are running those new tapered pistons. So I may be upgrading and trying those out here in a bit. But for right now, that's what I went with. Does come with servo horns. Though the servo I have in mind, I have a couple servos in mind. A real high-end JR, comparable to a 9100S. I'm going to throw a speed servo in here. And if I'm not running that one, I might run a high-speed Savix. So I'm not quite sure yet. Options are still available. I got a little over a week until my next race, so anything I want that I couldn't buy online, I'll be able to order through Hobbytown. So, and you can have it here almost by next day. So, here's a couple of more foam pieces you can add in here if you want to just throw it in there, kind of depending on the kind of battery pack you're running too. Right here we have our body clips, and these little looks like little tabs. They go right here, mount right on top of the rear mount before you put the body on. So I haven't put that on yet. We got some more screws here without. Oh, this is the screws that go into building the actual servo. What do you call it? The servo link there that goes off the servo to the bell crank here in the front. So, so that's those screws. What we have left inside here, we have our blue anodized servo mounts, which are going to go in there. I have not put them in. I figured, hey, why put them in there if I haven't put my servo in there yet? And there's your little ball ends for that linkage right in there for your servo. And then you got a few other miscellaneous screws and washers and stuff like that in there. So what else is there to say? I would say that on a scale of 1 to 10, I would rate this vehicle at a solid number 10. I was really happy with how everything went together. I really like the blue anodized parts on this. Like I mentioned before, this is my first Associated vehicle, and I'm very pleased with it. I'm really excited to get my tires here, get all of my electronics in. We have a race this coming, not this weekend, but the following weekend. So I'm really excited to take this thing down there. That'll be the first time I will be running this kit down there. So I'm pretty excited to have everything in it and to be running it. One other thing I will be adding to this kit before I even begin to run it is J Concepts makes a chassis protector, almost looks like a big sticker that goes on the bottom of this. I've seen quite a bit of people that have these, not this particular vehicle, but the T4.1, and it is all scuffed up pretty bad, but that's, you'd expect that with plastic. But I'm going to try and save it as long as I can, keep it as in good a shape as I can by just throwing that chassis protector on there right from the get-go. This is the Team Associated T4.2 Factory Team Edition, like I said, and I have been very pleased with the outcome, how this vehicle's gone together, and it looks like it's going to be a really, really dialed race-tuned truck. So thank you all for watching. I will be posting another video. I'll be shooting it with a Canon EOS 7D. I'm going to get some real up-close video footage of this vehicle so you can really see this vehicle from front to rear. And then stay tuned. We're going to be having another video of this running at the track here in about another week. So I hope you guys liked the video. Please comment on the video if you have any questions, any advice. Please just throw it in the comment box below. So this is John Boy 54321. Thanks a lot for watching.